the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
Welcome, everybody, to the Friday pod. It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie. I'm here by myself at the moment because I need to talk about, getting crook. There's a fair bit going around at the moment. So many different diseases. COVID, influenza A, this RSV. There's so much going on. I had a mate, though, who tried to get rid of his sickness by doing something, and consequently, he made it even worse. He's still crook after a week and a half because of what he did. I mean, what were you taught from the family when you were younger to get over a virus? We got some amazing calls. You hear that in the podcast?
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We are missing a team man of today. Michael Whitfley is not in the studio. Now, Tommy, give us the latest update. When did you hear from him? Is he okay?
Well, we know that he always, flies by the seam of his pants, in the mornings. He's normally sort of doing a mad dash in at 5:30, but I texted him. I said, "Where are you, mate?" That was at 5:30. He goes, I'll be there in a minute, running late. Anyway, I think he then went back to sleep.
Oh, this is not, he does not do this, the big fella.
That's right. And then so I called him at about 5:50 or about 10 minutes ago. He goes, "Oh no, I've slept in again."
Now, if you're on the Eastern Distributor right now, Whit, first of all, there's a few, there are a few... There's quite a few speed cameras in the Eastern Distributor. Make sure you don't get done speeding there. But give us a call. Our number is 13 24 10. You get on air, 10K every Friday in June.
Well, actually, Fitz, today he'll go into the running for he'll get a Powerball ticket in tonight's $100 million Powerball, like every caller.
Yeah, give us a call, Whip, 13 24 10. Actually, you miss out on this story too, Whip, because we spoke about the guy that climbed the ropes of the cruise ship down at Circular Quay a few weeks ago. The guy's name is George Carr. He's had his day in court. He's represented himself. Didn't go well for George. $4,000 fine. Now, he told the magistrate, and why wouldn't you? When you're looking at those huge cruise ships in Circular Quay, you think to yourself, I'd love to jump on there and just go for a European trip.
Oh, how
That's
beautiful.
what George thought. He said to the judge, Tommy...
Yeah.
I believe the ship was going to Europe, and I thought I'll climb up the rope and I can sneak in through one of the latches there. Unfortunately, it was going to the Great Barrier Reef. He got busted. It's cost him $4,000. He's admitted that he was really stupid, and George will never do it again.
Oh,
so well done to
George.
Well done to George. Can we go to Chris in Austral first? Because I think Chris has got a message for Whip. Chris, what did you want to say, big fella?
Well, wake up, you snack man.
Good, really good.
Wake up the snack man. Well, actually, if you actually just hovered a couple of snacks around him, he will get in here very quick, Chris. But, no, you know what? I must admit, and Tommy, you can back me up here, he's very, very good. He gets in on the work on time, so I'm a little bit worried that something's going on.
14 years of not really sleeping in. I mean, sometimes phoning it in, but not sleeping in. But he'll be here shortly, I'm assured.
Yeah, and Chris, just because you've had a dig at him, we're going to give you a...
Tire.
Yeah, okay. Well, he might have a flat tyre. We need to... 13 24 10, Whip. If you get on the show as well, you're going to get a Powerball ticket into the $100 million draw tonight. Chris, that goes to you. Ash in Cronulla's just given us a call out of the blue. Do you want a Powerball ticket as well, Ash?
I do. I heard you've got a winning one for me.
Oh, do you need this in your life at the moment, Ash?
Who doesn't?
Oh, no. Everybody needs this at the moment. Like, we're struggling. We're in the middle of the winter. It is freezing cold. Well, look, why don't, Tommy, can we just take more calls? 13 24 10. Yeah. Gary in Rosebery, do you want a ticket into the $100 million draw tonight?
Absolutely. By Peter Moss, you want me to come and fill in? But I tell you what, Fitzy, I love what you've done with your hair. Looks fabulous.
Now, Gary, if I understood anything that you said, then I probably would have accepted your presentation to come in and do the show with us. But Gary, I'm going to give you a ticket to the Powerball. I want you to win that tonight, Gaz. Good luck.
Yeah, just one ticket. Come on, brother.
What's that?
He wants more than one ticket, Fitz.
Oh, you want more than one. You're not getting more than one, Gary.
Greedy Gary.
Well, Gary, we spoke about a guy a couple of weeks ago who took out every combination in the lotto in America in a syndicate, in a gambling syndicate, and they won it. It cost them $60 million, but they won an $85 million jackpot. So it can be done if you can get every combination. $100 million. Yeah. All right.
Sorry about Gary's phone line, Fitz. I think Gary's he's on his way into Piedmont to collect his 2 tickets.
This is an absolute disaster.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
What did you try to achieve when you were sick that made you worse? So a mate of mine, punters, very good friend of it, punters.
Yeah.
So fair bit going around at the moment, am I right, guys? We had Dr. Andrew Rochford in last week. There's this RSV, HSV, Holden Commodore disease going around. There's a fair bit going on with influenza A. And COVID's still floating around as well.
Influenza B.
So he doesn't know what he had, but it's absolutely rocked him. Not just for a day or two. This is for 7 days, Chrissie.
He couldn't punt for 7 days straight, Chrissie. This was a disaster. He
Do you
made
know what?
more money than he's ever made before.
He's off the punt whip. This is the thing, yeah. And he's thought about sitting us down as friends and gone, I don't deserve the nickname anymore. I'm not punters anymore.
He wants to change his nickname.
Because he's been in bed for 7 days?
No, he's stopped gambling.
Oh, my God.
He
change
doesn't
his
do it
nickname. Did he suggest some new nicknames?
Can you change a nickname later in life? I suppose you can. It's up to your mate.
No,
Not
you
at
can't.
this stage.
You can't.
No.
You can never change a nickname. You have no you have no say in it, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He'll be punters for the rest of his life. On his deathbed, I'll just say, just give me one more tip. Race for it, Ramwick. Come on, what have you got for us? So anyway, he's crook as a dog. He said, I didn't check this, but, I immediately thought I've got to sweat this out. When you get sick, and a lot of people and parents do this, got to go to bed, you got to put a jumper on, you got to sweat this out. And
Speaking of parents, it's often what your mum told you when you were sick. Like my mum would always say, have an apple and a glass of water.
Yeah.
And I find myself saying that to my kids. So I reckon punters, his mum would say, you've got to sweat it out, darling. You've got to sweat it out.
And have a punt.
And it's stuck with him.
So you know what he's done while he's crook? And I said, mate, this was stupid and reckless. He said, there was no one else in there. He said, I've gone to my local sauna.
Oh, my God.
Yuck.
So everyone gets what he's got.
So this is the thing. He goes into the sauna, does it on the first day, comes out. He said, I felt even worse. It was horrible. I woke up even worse the next day that I thought that I needed to go back again to sweat it out even more.
Oh, my God.
He's done 2 saunas in 2 days.
Yeah.
And then he's gone home and Googled it, and it is the worst thing to do because it increases your body temperature, potentially worsening the fever that you've already got, making it difficult to breathe. He could have died.
Of course.
You don't think about that.
No, because you've got to, heat makes all those hideous microbes go, yum.
Yes.
I'm going to get bigger.
My God.
So he is still, it's been a week and a half now, and he is still sick. He hasn't been back to work. He's a roofer.
My God.
And he's still not back to work.
I mean, you're just not... Nothing brings you back down to earth quicker than realising that you are not a medical professional in that way.
So
you can't fix yourself in that way.
Can't.
Your ideas are always bad. I had an infected toe once.
Yummy.
And I was like, oh, God, I'm not going to go to the... Did you just say yummy?
Yeah.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
It couldn't get
Great
you in the
visuals.
sauna with punters, could I?
Great visuals. Anyway, I'm like, I'm not going to a doctor with this. I'm not going to trouble them. I'm not going to trouble them. I'm going to fix it myself. So I diligently would dress it and antiseptic it every day and blah, blah. Anyway, it was just getting worse and worse. Basically, almost had to get it taken off. Eventually, I went to the doctor and she said, what you have done for the last week is the very worst thing you can do.
Needs
because,
air.
yes, you're protecting it and letting it do its terrible work. It needs to be open.
Yep.
Oh, my
So,
God.
I could have lost my toe, guys.
And all balance would have been thrown. Rach in St Ives, welcome to the show. What did you do to try and make it better?
I had vertigo and I thought going for a walk outside would be a good idea, but I almost got hit by a car because I couldn't walk in a straight line.
Did you think you needed fresh air, Rach?
I just needed to get out. It had been 2 weeks and it was killing me and I was pregnant. And I was like, oh my
you
God.
poor thing. You thought I'll go and play with the traffic.
Side note, Rach, how bad is vertigo? I had it
It is
once.
the worst.
Have either of you guys had
How do you get it?
It's a virus. People don't realise that. Is that right, Rach? It's a virus, like the flu.
Yeah, I literally had to hold on to the walls if I walked from my room to somewhere.
Exactly. I got out of bed on the first day I had it, and I was like, it was like I was doing the limbo. I couldn't get up. past a metre.
Oh,
and I
shivers.
thought, this is it. This is it.
I'm gone.
Yeah. It's
Also-
the weirdest thing.
Also, one of U2's greatest songs, Steph in St Leonard's. What about
yes,
you?
I'd forgotten that.
So I had a really bad stomach bug, and I heard that if you bathed in Epsom salt,
Yeah.
it would make it better. But something happened, and I ended up vomiting, and I was so weak. I just had to lay there in my vomit for a little while.
Wait, in the bath?
Yeah.
Just floaters, bits of carrot. It would have looked like a minestrone.
Wippa, stop it.
It would have looked like a minestrone soup.
Oh,
No.
you, Steph, and you could not move at all.
I couldn't move.
Imagine your partner coming home and seeing that.
What's
Oh,
that
God, what
smell?
has Steph done?
Don't tell me she spewed in the bath again.
which is most Saturday nights for Tom. Dave in Silverdale, what did you do? Well, what did you have and what did you try to do to make it feel
Guys.
better, Dave?
How you doing?
Good, mate.
Good, Dave.
Dave.
I'm a ginger, so as a kid, when I got sunburned, my parents grew up saying, well, have a hot shower instead of a cold shower.
Oh, Dave.
And you think your parents know it all, but now you realise they don't know anything.
No.
I can still hear that little boy screaming from the bathroom.
What are you doing to me, Mum? It'll get better.
What? Have you had a go at him since, Dave, since you've grown up?
Have I had a what, sorry?
Have you had a go at him about it and said, what were you thinking?
Mate, child abuse. They're lucky, Google wasn't around back then or anything.
Yeah, you would have let him go, wouldn't you? Hey, Dave, if we can make it feel any better, everybody today that gets on air gets a ticket to the $100 million Powerball, okay? So,
If I win that, I'll have another hot shower, all right?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
you can
it'll be
spend
worth
it all on SPF 50. Awesome.
the odds of you winning are very slim, so you'll get burnt again there. That's
oh, no, Dave. Good luck, buddy.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fitz spent the day with Scotty Cam yesterday.
great, man.
Great man. Love the block. It's like 21 years of Scotty Cam. 25? Either way.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
congratulations.
now one of the longest employees at Channel 9.
I don't think the block's been on air for 25 years.
It's 21 then, is it? Tom, get onto that. What was interesting, Scotty said, I've been doing a few ads recently with food. And I went, oh yeah, what was that for? And he said, don't worry about that. What the interesting part is, and here's where I want to go, it's different scenes in movie, like the movie Magic, where you see brains, but it's actually jelly or whatever they use for when someone's head gets shot off.
with sound. Yeah, gotcha.
I'm fascinated by how they do the sound. What was the one you were saying the other day, Tommy?
Oh, I don't know if you remember this movie, Arachnophobia.
Oh, yeah, massive.
Oh,
Just
one
where
of the
they were-
greatest movies of all time, Tom.
Yeah, well, when they started trying to sort of squash the spiders, they would make that squashing spider sound
Yeah.
by crunching chips,
did they?
crisps. And that would be the crunching that you hear of the
hear.
spider's legs.
Oh, Tommy.
Were you
Yeah.
on set, Tom, or
No, I wasn't. But I've never forgotten that because that movie stuck in my brain.
I know, does everyone. Scotty said the weirdest thing was we were dealing with a steak the other day, and it was important that the steak looked like it was fresh off the grill.
Yeah.
So the steak had to be steaming a bit, and it was sort of propped up on a pile of mashed potato. That was the look they were going for. It
Gotcha.
just had.
Yep.
So he said, you're not going to believe what they did. To get the steam, because they didn't actually cook the steak had already been cooked and the steak was cold. What you do is you get a tampon, you put it in a mug of water, and then you put it in the microwave. So the tampon absorbs all the water and then starts steaming. So he said, I was on set. All of a sudden, someone pulls out a tampon. That sounded wrong. Steams it up and then puts the tampon steaming under the steak amongst the mashed potato, so it continues to steam while they get the shot. So they said anytime you see an ad, like if it's for a coffee, if it's for a Nescafe ad or whatever it might be, and they don't show the coffee, but the side shot of the cup just shows the steam creating this beautiful moment of somebody relaxing, quite often there's a steaming tampon in the cup of coffee or tea.
Crazy.
Isn't that amazing? I love that.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, mate. It's not often you see it. The magic is not often revealed.
Well, there's a couple that have been written down here as well. I didn't know this, but mashed potato is dyed to imitate ice cream in commercials. As it doesn't melt and creates less mess.
Well, that would make sense. Imagine trying to shoot the perfect bowl of ice cream and it melts within seconds.
Glue is used to imitate icing on cupcakes in ads as well, and it keeps a better colour and holds place better.
If you work in the TV game, in the advertising space, how do they get the perfect effect? I'd love to know.
Lisa in Leppington, you've got a myth for us?
Yes, my dad used to work in advertising, and when they used to do the burgers or like the steaks, you know how just how you were talking about, like all the lines, the grill marks, they used to paint it.
Oh, wow. Down to the precise point, they used to paint the burgers.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my...
Isn't that amazing?
They don't take a bite in the commercials either, do they?
Obviously, because if it's painted with like some toxic or lead or something, for example, you're not going to want to eat that.
Because I had another mate who was talking about crispy bacon, and he's in the TV game, and he was saying what they do. You know when you see the bacon and it's kind of ripped, like it's ribbed, should I say, and it's corrugated, they actually mould the piece of bacon on a bit of metal that has fine corrugation, so it looks like crispy rolled bacon. Hugo in Little Bay, you've got an advertising trick, do you, Hugo?
Yeah, I do. So we've got an auntie in the US that works for advertising, and they use Vegemite on turkeys to make them look brown.
You're kidding me.
What?
That is basted in Vegemite to make it look cooked.
Yeah, but that doesn't give you the golden effect, though, Hugo.
No, but it gives you those like burnt little crispy bits that it gets when it comes out of the roaster.
Gotcha.
Finally, Americans love Vegemite. Finally, they're using it.
Using it for something.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Bang, we're on.
All right. It's time for 60-second starts. I'm still standing. Now.
Tommy didn't want this question in there, but I'll throw it to you guys. I mean, it's a basic one. A pizza starts and ends with what two shapes?
Huh? A pizza?
A pizza starts and ends with what two shapes? I don't mind it, Tommy.
Well, it's what annoys me.
What does it start with?
Is it's a
Round
riddle.
and
Circle.
Square.
And it ends
And then
in
what does it end with?
Triangle.
Triangle. Circle and triangle.
Oh, I thought you meant like... I thought you meant when it's gone, all that's left is the pizza box.
See, that's where Tom said there's...
Which is square.
Yeah, which is square.
Stupid question, Tom, and should be saved for riddle time.
So sorry.
Alex in Castle Hill. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, how are you?
Oh, Alex is back after the controversy yesterday. But Chrissie, you missed this.
I did.
Well, I said it was too long, 3 seconds, and as I said that, she got the right answer. So, Wippa, well, you know the best thing about coming back today, Alex? You're going to win $100 million tonight in the lotto and the Powerball. Well done.
Yeah, you got a ticket to that to start with.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
And you get to take on Chrissie Swan.
Yeah.
Good morning, Chrissie. How are you?
Look, I'm good, but I'm terrible at this game, so it's just cash all round for you, my darling.
I really appreciate that.
All right.
All right, here we go. Alex, you're going first. Get one wrong. Power goes over to Chrissie. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds is the winner. Here we go. Alex, your 60 seconds starts now. How many degrees are there in a straight line, Alex? How many degrees?
9? No. 100.
180.
Oh, 180. It's 180. Over to
180.
Chrissie, who's older, Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Oh, I'm going to say Kendrick.
Nah, it's Drake. Back to Alex. Alex, Sabrina Carpenter has a song about what coffee order?
Espresso.
Yes. Callum Hood is in next. Callum Hood is in next. What boy band was he a part of?
5 Sauce.
Yep. What do Samsonite make? Alex?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
What do Samsonite make?
I don't know.
Suitcases.
Luggage. Over to Chrissie. Velocity Rewards program belongs...
Virgin.
Yep. And Just Like That is the spin-off of what TV show?
Assassin.
Yes, Channel V was dedicated TV channel for what?
Axel Whitehead's Doodle.
No, it was music videos. Back to Alex. What sport does Isaac Heaney play, Alex?
Alex has got it.
Alex!
I can't believe it. Alex,
Your
how good is that?
your day starts with $100 cash and will end with $100 million. Yes.
Wow.
Alex
Thank you
Whitehead's
so much,
Doodle.
guys.
Cannot lose. Alex, thanks for playing. She came back after the controversy and had a big win.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Can I bring up something, Ryan James? Now, you're going to know a lot more about this than me because you get on a lot better with gyms than I do. We have a bad past. We have
Gyms
a bad...
mowing?
No,
right.
GYM.
Oh, okay, gotcha. A gime.
A gime,
Yep.
yeah. And I've pulled into the car park of many gimes, seen how busy it looks, and I've kept driving. Because I'm confused by this one. Now, this article goes on to say there's a far more effective way of walking. And I thought, I wonder if this is like heel to toe or toe to heel. But the article goes on to explain that the more effective way and better for you walking is to walk backwards.
Yeah, and up in the incline if you can.
So incline walk backwards.
Yeah, it's great for the muscles around your knee.
Right.
Yes.
Says it's great for toning. It's twice as hard as walking forward. And yes, strengthens your joints in your legs.
Yeah. Have you been seeing it quite a bit lately?
No. I haven't been to a gym. Remember I bought that
That's
10 pass for that gym in Edgecliff?
Yes.
And I walked in once, so I've kind of used half a pass. I walked in because it got me through the door, and then I looked around and I went, this is not for me. Anyway, I'll go back and use those 10 passes really soon. I just haven't got around to it. First time I saw this was probably 2 years ago. It was the start of the City to Surf. And the gun went off and a guy was walking backwards. And I said, what are you doing, mate? He went, I'm walking backwards. And I said, it's 14 kilometres. Anyway, he kept an all right pace because we had to stop at one stage for the kids. Then I found myself halfway up Heartbreak Hill and he's there again, still walking backwards.
And he was beating you.
Yeah, he was beating me walking backwards and I went, oh, God, this isn't great.
It is really good. If you go to a gym these days, you'll see a lot of people on treadmills and they will be walking backwards on an incline. I do it so where I have to take my lawnmower down to the to the yard, there's a bit of a hill and I've got to do it down a laneway. So coming back up, I'll do 10 hills backwards with the lawnmower.
As a workout?
That's really good for your knees. Really good for your knees.
Imagine the neighbours looking out the window going, oh, my God, he's finally lost it. He's walking up and down with a lawnmower 10 times.
Beck in Narrabeen, have you been seeing this quite a bit?
Oh, good morning, guys. So at my gym, there's this lady who does salsa dancing on the actual treadmill.
Oh, you're kidding me.
She makes the moves, she spins around, she goes backwards, she goes forwards. It's incredible. Like, it's mesmerising.
You'd be standing there watching, I mean, hoping that she might fall off just for a bit of entertainment.
Well, there's a tiny element that you think, surely this is going to be a meme on Instagram for me, make me famous if I film it.
Oh, yeah, nothing better seeing someone come off a treadmill. It is very dangerous, but geez, it's entertaining.
So you got salsa, you got people. Maddie's coming into the studio. Maddie, you've seen people at your gym, and is this a thing? Is it walking backwards? Is that right?
Yeah, I've seen so many people at the gym with it backwards, up the hill, like in pairs, just having a conversation.
Can I work out what age we're talking? Fitzy's had bad knees because he played a lot of professional sport. So I understand if he's trying to, at the age of 46, strengthen his knees, right?
Yeah.
If you're a young person, how old are you?
I'm 29.
All right, if you're 29 and walking backwards on a treadmill, then stop buying into ridiculous trends.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well,
how old are they, Maddie?
I feel like they are middle-aged men walking backwards on the treadmill.
Us, is it?
There's another guy called the slant guy. The slant guy,
Who's
and he
the slant
sells.
guy?
I've bought one off him. It's like a wooden board, and it's slanted, so you do your squats on a slant, on an incline as well, and you do them backwards.
Yeah.
That's good for your knees as well.
My partner has to do that too.
He does that?
Yeah, his knees are bad. He's
so
old.
he's on a slant as well?
He's on the slant.
Does he walk backwards?
He doesn't walk backwards.
So when you get married, right?
Yes.
Okay, he's going to walk down the aisle backwards, and then stand there and wait for you.
Can't wait.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Brand Man.
Yes, it is Brand Man, guys. Good luck, everybody. You know how this works. We look at logos, we look at slogans and brand names, and that's what makes me the Brand Man.
I feel like Chrissie and I are like two cowboys looking at each other.
Ooh, stare off.
Stick them up. Oh, no, is that different?
I don't know. Put your fist down would be my first
gosh,
tip.
he's having a crack.
Here we go. Question number one. She'll be swinging in a minute. What does BCF stand for?
Boating, camping, fishing.
Chrissie Swan. Spit it out, Ryan James.
Do you know what?
You stumbled and you lost.
In a weird purchase situation.
Yeah.
No, what have you bought from BCF?
I
mate?
got the best Bluetooth speaker. I mean,
From BCF.
I'm hyper fixated with Bluetooth speakers. I've got about 15.
Yeah, I know.
One of them I got from BCF.
So
it was Blaupunkt. It was $49.95.
Why is it so good?
It splits into two.
Okay.
So you can have one in your kitchen and
Very
one
clever.
on the toilet or whatever, and it plays the same stuff.
Always have one on the toilet. Here we go. So you know BCF. What does BWS stand for?
Big One Spirits.
Oh, Chrissie Swan.
Oh, man, come on.
Too Swanee.
I need to warm up here.
Think about this, Ryan James. Which animal is on the Holden logo?
Lion.
Chrissie Swan.
She's on fire, man.
In which store would you have been in 2010 to find down, prices are down?
Coles.
Oh, my God, Swanee.
Oh my God!
Fire.
My medication isn't working.
4 zip. Okay, see if we can work this one out.
Can I have some Ritalin before we go on to the next
Here we go. Here we go. It's in the team fridge, I think.
Actually, I
Fitz.
might hang on a minute.
No, Swanee, do not move.
Ritalin time.
Ritalin time, Tom. It's really good. Normally, just write it down, hand it to me, and I'll read it out.
This time
Is
tomorrow.
that going to... Oh, my God, is that going to take the place of Riddle time?
Ritalin time,
Yes, Ritalin time is something I can get behind.
4 mad people. Here we go. What was the famous campaign? What was this famous campaign promoting?
Metro trains, like a public
Yes,
transport.
it was Chrissie Swan.
Dumb ways to die.
It was. Can I tell you? I'm an advertising nerd. It was the best campaign for that sort of thing that ever happened. It went viral.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Written by Felix
brilliant.
Riebel from the Cat Empire. You can't say no is the tagline for which chip product?
CC's.
Oh, Pringles.
Well, that's
You can't
once
say
pop,
no,
mate.
no,
That's
no,
once
no,
you
no.
pop.
Just say CC's.
Okay.
Get it?
At this stage,
Could this be a clean sweep? I might have to.
Six
I might have
zip.
to drop. I might have to drop my strides if she gets to 10.
oh my God, it's a lap of the studio. Which battery brand is represented by a bunny?
Duracell.
Nope.
Give it to me. Energizer.
Yes.
Ah, you got one.
Energizer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Energizer Bunny.
Energizer bunny. Fill in
I
the
mean, if I had that bunny at home
Go
when...
on.
That sounds untoward.
Okay. All right, mate.
If I had that bunny at home when my kids were little, I definitely would have snapped its head off and thrown it in the bin.
Just kicked it over the fence,
Stop
yeah.
hitting the cymbals,
Okay.
please.
Okay. And you're not running. You're not running a 400-meter race. Okay. Fill in the missing words from this famous tagline.
Have you had your today?
Oh, have you had
Weet-Bix?
Metamucil?
No.
Have you had? No, it was a vitamin. Have you had your vitamins today?
Nearly.
Have you...
Have you had your today?
3 words.
I don't know.
Well, Tommy reckons he's got it.
Yeah.
Have you had your...
Inner Health Plus?
Brian Ivy. Thomas Brian Ivy.
Of course.
1 to Fitzy, 1 to Tommy. 6
I want to know what
Chrissie.
the plus is.
Don't ask. What is
the plus?
What is the biggest franchise in Australia that provides businesses like cleaning services, life coaching,
Gyms.
mowing? Swanee, you've done it. You've killed it. Congratulations.
Never in doubt.
On fire.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I was raised in a house full of women. Mum, my 2 sisters and me.
Yeah.
Went to an all-girls school, right?
Yeah.
All girls from grade 3.
Yeah. Gosh. I don't see gender in 2025, but go on.
I mean, that's a whole other topic.
Sorry, Swanee, I've derailed.
Who was the tomboy of the family? Chrissie, was it you?
I reckon it was me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's funny. I feel like I'm very sort of gender neutral, and my kids are too.
Yeah.
And just I digress for a second. When I had kids myself, I had 2 boys first, and it was like, oh my God, what do I do with a boy in my house? Yeah. And then I had a daughter, and what I thought that was going to be like was different. And the boys, I just feel like everyone is just, who they are.
Yeah.
But I saw a book weeks ago, and it's been on my to-do list to bring up with you two because
Is it Grug? It's not Grug, is it? Because I haven't got through it yet.
It's not Grug, and it's not Room on the Broom.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm just going to say to you, I know that you're trying to get to the end. Stick with it.
Okay.
Stick with it.
Stick with it, mate.
I saw a book, and the title is this. I took a photo of it. I took a photo of it and then put it in my little photo folder under Fitz and Whip.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. As a man, if I could read this out,
Yes,
I think
you can.
a female does.
Of course you can.
Okay, bestseller, 1 million copies sold. Why Men Love Bitches. From doormat to dream girl, a woman's guide to holding her own in a relationship.
Wow.
Okay.
Nothing to do with dogs.
Now, I don't have
It's not the greyhound industry, is it?
It's not. It's not. Why? I can't read this book, obviously.
Yeah.
because I'm trying to get through Grug and foot rot flats. Fitzy and Wet, why do men allegedly love bitches?
Well, but see,
I just love the way you say that.
We've got to define this. There's got to be a definition here because I don't know. Are you talking about bad girls or are you talking about
nasty girls?
Yeah, nasty girls.
That's a good question. I think to define, bitch in feminine terms, I would say that it's someone that can take you or leave you. Maybe that says mean things sometimes.
Yeah, mean girl.
That is, not able to be manipulated, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you know, firstly, I would like to say that I don't believe that it works both ways, as in that women are traditionally attracted to the bad boy, and we understand that theory of trying to control or straighten out the bad boy. Yeah. That doesn't work the other way. I don't believe guys have time for what you're suggesting, and I don't believe that guys are into that at all, BITCHs.
We don't have the dedication. We don't have the
time. We don't care for it. I'm simply not interested if somebody is that type of person. I don't think, and I never was. I never went after a bad girl or a girl that treated anybody badly. I don't think that impressed anyone.
Do you know anyone that does? Like,
not at
are you friends with any men that go, she's so mean to me and I can't get enough of it?
No, not for 1 second, and not one of my mates. There'll be guys who don't realise their partner's a stinker. Don't get me wrong. They're blinded to the fact that she's an idiot. Yeah. That happens.
No.
But they're not attracted to the, she treats me so badly and I love it.
I mean, this is an unauthorised throw out, but 13, 24, 10. Are you listening to this and going, I'm a man and I'm guilty of this?
Yeah, great question.
I am a man that loves a bitch. Yeah. Because the thing is this.
I don't know one of them. I don't know one guy like that.
Can we call them bad girls instead? Like, is it because you call it bad boys, girls that are addicted to bad boys, but can we... I don't know. There are men out there that don't mind being told what to do.
The thing that worries me about this book is that it's designed for women. I've just realised.
Why are you reading this book?
I'm not reading this book.
You just couldn't believe the title.
But I'm like, oh my God! If I read that, it's like it's a guidebook.
Yeah.
To be
a BITCH.
Awful.
So, chapter 1.
Shut up!
Shut up! Scream at him.
Wippa, you shut your stupid flashing mouth.
I'm attracted to that.
On and on and on with the rubbish.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.